Yo. Huh. Let's go. Drums are so cool. Drums are so cool. Welcome to the first episode of the What Podcast, where we have. What's my line? Fuck. Well, listen, this is my first time hosting a podcast in general. It's fine. Welcome to the What Podcast, where we have weird hosts but even weirder topics. There we go. It's fine. It's fine. This is fine. Alright. No. Yeah, that's basically how podcasts work, though. They just usually have. I mean, they're usually a starting topic. I mean, we could do a thing where, like, there's a point system, and whoever gets, like, the most points in an episode hosts the next. Podcast questions. Alright. On the podcast. The first episode of podcast talking about podcasts. Let's go. Do 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 do. Ooh. Alright. I don't have my bands in yet. What fucking work? Ha, this shit thinking we going far with this. Shut the fuck up. I hate Alabama. I don't care. Don't 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 have a sister in Alabama. Good job. Two things are certain in life: taxes and death. Oh, we should do that. 13. 13. No. Ooh. What fucking sleeves? That's this entire podcast. This entire podcast is just improvise. Not one of these. No. We're not making this lover host. No. Nia too. No. I would as well. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't go that. I wouldn't go that far. I know you would. The only reason I'm not saying Smash. Exactly. Also, what fucking sleeves? I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt. I mean, I can throw a book sack at somebody if I wanted to. I don't know. I don't have. No, I got ball punched by Brian today. Yeah, it hurt like a son of a bitch. Yeah. Mm. We do politics as an anarchist. Shit, that'd get weird real fast. Yes. Never. The gay. I didn't choose the gay. The gay chose me. This is the most. This is the most. Oh my god, you're straight. This is the most. This is the most water I've ever drank in my life. Immediately. Oh fuck. Drinks. Oh god. Good job. All right, wait. You know what we do in this situation where we have nothing to talk about? We go to Markiplier's podcast and we steal one of their topics. Fuck it. All right. If not, we could do bad habits. And no, not the Ed Sheeran song. Habits lead to late night. You should be. Damn. Oh god. We could. I am so down for that. I'm so down for that. Alright. I have a Reddit account. Australian woman picks up up shark out of pool and throws it out. What are your thoughts on that? Because it was in her pool. I don't know. I'm reading Next Fucking Level right now. Oh, I love that. MK. Like, like MK. Ooh. Oh my god, yeah. Am I the asshole? Alright. Am I the asshole for sitting on a man's hand after he refused to move? Pretty sure I was an asshole here, but we'll see. Alright. So female 30, am 8 months pregnant. I take public transportation to work, transport to work daily. I am always exhausted because I have to work extra time to be able to afford basic necessities. I take the bus to work every day, and oftentimes it's packed, but I get lucky enough when decent folks volunteer their seats for me. Now, now I should mention that I don't use my pregnancy as an excuse to get what I want to, but people just offer me their places by themselves, which is kind and sweet. I read like a fucking robot. Wednesdays I get on the bus. Wednes- Wednesdays I get on the bus like usual, but this time there is one empty seat. I go to sit, but I find a guy in his business attire sitting there with his hand on the empty seat, sort of resting it. I say excuse me and ask him to remove his hand so I could sit, but he tells me seat was taken. I ask by who, and he says his hand. Not gonna lie, I laughed a little, but no, I didn't. What do you mean? But wasn't feeling well, so I asked him to remove it so I could sit. But he refuses again, and folks started staring. I tell him I'm tired and needed to sit, and he replies saying my pregnancy isn't his problem. I had enough at this point. My legs were burning and my back was hurting. Well, maybe you shouldn't have got pregnant, woman. So I go ahead and sit on his hand. He freaks out. Shut up, bitch. And tries to remove it quickly while shouting at. We're gonna ignore that happened at me. He then starts arguing about how disrespectful I was to do this inappropriate thing, and in public, no less. And if it wasn't in public, would it have been okay, sir? I argue back, not gonna lie, but then he gets off after saying I was being inappropriate and disrespectful. Everyone stares at me, and I just sit there feeling a bit of shame about what just happened. Well, no shit. I tell my husband about this incident, and he what the fuck the entire time. Then says I didn't indeed act inappropriately and shouldn't have made this guy uncomfortable by sitting on his hand like that. He tells me I fucked up and this was totally inappropriate, despite me saying I was tired of standing and was in desperate need to sit down. Maybe if you can't take it, hot take, don't be pregnant. Well, if you can't take it, wear a condom. If you can't take the pressure of being pregnant, wear a condom. I think sh I think she's the asshole. Well, it wasn't his he didn't well he didn't yes, but he wasn't required to move his hand. He didn't by law required to. I think the first bit was funny. I don't think it was justified for her to sit on his hand. That's never good. It's proof that he wasn't my child father until after he gave me. Oh, that's great. Yep, that's great. Yeah, here I can give it to you. I gotta send him the link. There you go. It's in the what podcast? Alright, don't say the name of the people in the fucking. That's an asshole thing to do. Don't say the name of the people in the story. Oh, I don't remember this. I don't think they. Tom seems like a real name. Tom seems like a real name. Yeah, by Clark. By Clark, not by fucking Tom. I I believe Tom is a real guy. He's a 34 male, and I believe he's a real guy. Let's go. That's kind of badass. Yeah, that's kind of that's kind of badass. I'll give you my house if you say I'm a father for now. Alright, bet. Sure, why not? I'll take that money. And you can't have the house back. Fuck you. Still, fuck you. Fair enough. Yeah. What the fuck is this? Yeah. Alright. That's very true. Okay. Alright. Am I the Alright. That's fair. Am I the asshole for not supporting my dad's grandfatherly urges? So I'm yeah. So I'm female, 36, and the child of a messy divorce. Oh, so I'm female, 36, and I'm the child, and the child. Fuck. So I'm female, 36, and the child. Am the child. That is how it's wrote. Of a messy divorce. When I was little, my dad had an affair with my mom's friend, and subsequently left her and the family. He then married the friend, and they are still happily together. This situation really broke my mom, and she was a mess until she finally met her second husband. My dad was not a deadbeat like some of the fathers on this sub, but he didn't do much more than he had to. He paid child support, and I saw him every second weekend, as the court ordered, at his new wife's house. There was no room or anything for me there. I had to sleep on the floor in resentful step-sibling's room until I was 10 and old enough to refuse. My dad never took me for an ice cream, picked me up from school, or met ice cream, or met any of my friends. He was around in the Vegas and it was always clear that wife number two and her kids were the priority. Fast forward to adulthood, and hubby and I have had our first baby. My mom and stepdad and his parents are thrilled and very involved. Meanwhile, my dad loves babies and loves being a grandpa to his stepchildren, having only met hubby 4 to 5 times before the baby came, and he now wants to pop by all the time. He's calling constantly, and it feels like he's making all these demands on me. While it's sweet, I guess, that he wants to be a grandpa to my child, I just don't really trust it. He has been letting me down my entire life, and I don't want my kid getting attached to someone who's so unreliable. I will freely admit that I am still hurt and angry by his rejection, and I actually don't want him and his wife, because he always brings her to be in my home so much. They make they make me feel super uncomfortable. Plus, despite all his performances of love, he hasn't actually brought a gift for the baby. Hasn't offered any financial or other support for us. Why would he need to? as new parents who just bought a house. Well, I guess that's fair. Like he did for his stepkids. That's fair. If it feels like it's all on his terms and about what he wants as usual. My sister says I should just chill out and be grateful that he cares and that our baby is lucky to have one more person who loves her. My mom thinks I should give him a chance, probably because she's sympathizing with being in love with your new grandchild. My husband will support me either way. I feel railroaded and taken advantage of. I am not planning to ban my dad or anything drastic. I just don't want to be facilitate or encouraged this relationship when I feel like he might vanish at any moment. Thinking passive resistance, rather than active encouragement. So Reddit, am I the asshole for not trusting my dad and not really wanting him to have a relationship with my child? Edit. I might have made this sound worse than it is. I slept on a mattress on the floor in my stepsister's room, not on the actual floor. Skill felt very unwelcome though. Let's go. I read it anyways because I don't. It's valid, yeah. I will say it's valid. That's true. They don't want their child getting, what's it called? They don't want their child getting fucking depressed or anxiety. Yeah, well, that too. Sad. So simpler terms. The big side. Ace, if we're going on order, I think it might be your turn. I should probably put these up on the screen, shouldn't I? Fuck, alright, wait, I need to this is kind of hard to do. There we go. So far. That's usually how it works. Alright, you can start reading. I'd hope so. And he's our brother. Yeah. Hmm. Man, fuck Amy. Fun no. Fun no. God damn. Yeah. For real. Bitch. You sound like a snotty bitch. Well, because she is one. True. It seems therapeutic to them. Let's go! Let's go! Short ass. Smart car for that. Nice. Alright. Absolutely. Make sure you post it in. Might be wrong there. I think you might be wrong. Oh. No. I don't. Yes. Yeah. Alright, I got one. Submit and. There we go. Bop. 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 Alright. So. Bop. 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 Nope. Bop. 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 Alright. Am I the asshole for ignoring someone after she asked me to apologize after purposely deceiving her over lunch? Last week I had a group. Oh wait, I need to actually open this. Alright. Last week I had a group presentation, and after we were done, my teammates and I decided to go out for lunch. Then one of them asked if one of her friends could come with us. We're all international students, so we're waiting for her friend. She shows up and we go to eat at this restaurant near campus. During lunch, she gets a call from her mom. She starts speaking on the phone in French. At first, it was normal stuff because then it be, but And then it became, these people brought me to this restaurant and I hate the food. This place isn't even nice. Why did they come here? And these people are so boring, etc. I was very uncomfortable by the end of it. Afterwards, I told my teammates, the girl's friend, about what was said. She was angry and apologized to me. Told me this wasn't the first time something like this happened. Apparently, they used to speak to each other in Arabic, but her friend switches to French if she wants to say something to someone that she doesn't want my teammate to know about. Later that night, I get a bunch of DM requests from my teammate's friend. She was like, it was rude of me to sit there and listen to a private conversation, and I should have excused myself and gone somewhere else. Then there was, you lied to me about where you're from. You made me think I could have private conversations around you. Okay, so my dad's Korean and my mom is Swiss. We talked about this over lunch. She asked me what part of Switzerland my family was from. I said my mom's family is from around Zurich. Sorry if I butchered that. Because of this, she thought I could only speak German. This is how I lied about where I'm from. She told me that she'll apologize about the things she'd said if I acknowledged I purposely deceived her as well. I just ignored her after that. I really don't think she's the asshole there for some reason. German. German. And he said French. Very true, very true, very true. Exactly. Alright, bye. I'm probably going to end the episode here then. Alright. Fuck it, we don't have an ending. Bye, bitches.